Hi, I'm Lisa Sabaniak from Life Like You Mean It, and today I'm going to walk you through some womb healing rituals that you can do at home. So this video will be in three parts. Part one, we're going to look at the womb itself and why we're needing to do womb healings. Part two, we are going to look at the womb cup and how you can use that as part of your womb healing practice. And part three, we are going to look at different healing rituals that you can do at home. So let's get to it. So, part one, we're taking a look now at the womb itself and the healing aspect here that we would need to do a womb healing for. So there's lots of things, obviously, that women could be facing that could cause a womb healing. But what I'd like to focus on in this video is the fact that our womb is a space for us to transmute what society would deem as negative energy. So, whether you are male or female, you actually are transmuting other people's energy around you. Now, men don't have a physical uterus, of course, so they are doing this in their esoteric uterus, which means that if you are resonating with this, you are more than welcome to continue on with this womb healing video because there'll be lots of tidbits that you will be able to use in your life to help with your healing process. Now, for women, of course, we have an actual womb. And within that space, of course, we know that that's where we would actually give birth, right? We would grow new life. But that is where all of our creativity, our new ideas are born from, if you will. And it's also the space where we draw in our energy from ourselves, but also those around us. So, very typically, our family members, our colleagues, if we are in a work environment, or anybody else that we spend a amount of time with. It doesn't even need to be a great amount of time. It doesn't even need to be the same people. Anybody that you are in space with, sharing that energy, if you feel on an energetic level that there is a transmutation that needs to occur. So, in other words, energy that's vibrating at a certain frequency that really needs shifting, you take that on and you bring that into your womb space. Hence, the need for us to actually do some womb healing so that we can go ahead and release that energy. Because when that energy is in there, and we are not aware that this is what we're doing, so we're not taking active steps to help release and transmute this energy, then that energy starts to build up and can cause physical problems within us. Part two of this video is looking at the womb cup. Now, this is basically a physical representation, obviously outside of the body, of the womb. Now, it doesn't have to look like this, but this is what my womb cup looks like. This was a gift from somebody, not meaning for me to do it or use it in this particular way, but it is absolutely beautiful, right? It's got Celtic symbols inside. And then I love these little handles here, which act to me the same as fallopian tubes. So this is a perfect representation. The idea with the womb cup is that we are going to use it as part of our ritual, as you will see in part three. And when we do that as part of our ritual, we're literally going to take the energy that we are building in our physical uterus and we're going to transfer it over to the cup. So that means whatever cup that you choose to work with, if you choose to have one, needs to be one that you're not going to actually use as a physical cup, right? That this needs to be something that would be separate. It can be a physical cup, but once you decide to use it for your womb cup healings, you don't want to use it as an actual drinking vessel any longer. Side note, if you've been loving this, then I've got a special gift for you, which is a series here on YouTube, which is going over the different chakras in the body, as well as the alignment with the moon in her cycles, so that we can use that energy to help us to release what's no longer serving us, and then also bring in to us something to replace that which we have just released. It's a beautiful series. We're in the middle of creating it now, so there's several videos for you to watch. I'd love for you to go on over and check it out. Click the link in the description. Part three of our video now, we're going to look at a couple of easy, quick ways that you can do healing rituals at home. So, first of all, we mentioned the cup. The first tip that I have for you in a healing ritual is to use the cup, fill it up with water. It doesn't have to be all the way full, but just put some water in the cup and have it seated with you throughout the day. And what you can do is when you notice that you are feeling a shift in your energy, maybe you're starting to wane, maybe you are starting to shift into frustration or anxiety, you can take that moment to realize, I might be taking on either my own energy or other people's energy and trying to transmute it now. So, what you're going to do is transfer that into your cup. So, it's not something that you need to physically do, especially when you are busy working with something else. So here's how you do that. You're going to take your left hand and place it over top of the cup. This hand represents the feminine side of you and is a giver. And you're going to take your right hand, which represents masculine energy, which is taking energy, and you're going to place that over your womb space. So, literally, just going to rest your hand on it, but right over where your womb would be, right? So, that's about an inch or two below your belly button. And you're just going to purposefully imagine that energy transferring out of your womb through your right hand, up, around, and out through your left into the cup. The second ritual that you can do is you can, if you're experiencing physical discomfort, what you can do, or maybe it's emotional discomfort as well, what you can do is focus that energy, shifting it down into your womb space. So if that's a headache, you literally start at the top. If it's your shoulder, you'd start on that side. If it's your legs, then you would move it up, whatever it is. And you're physically trying to move that energy so that you are pushing or pulling, as it were, that energy into your womb space for your womb to heal. Now, again, what we can do is we can leave it there for your womb to heal, but we can also use our womb cup ritual that we just learned and transfer that energy to the cup. Or we could also do my step three example for you here. So, in my third example of how you can do a healing ritual at home is whether you have noticed a shift in your energy, whether you have pulled that energy into your womb, right, from physical or mental, emotional anguish that you might have, pulling that into your womb. If you choose that you don't want to be releasing it into this cup, one of the other beautiful things that you can do is you can visualize an actual umbilical cord coming out of your womb space. So out between your legs through the vagina and down into the earth. And you can imagine that umbilical cord attaching to the center of the earth, which is the earth's womb. And you can then allow that energy to basically flow out of your womb down through this umbilical cord into Mother Earth's womb for her to transmute. Now, a final way to do this ritual, if you are not good at visualizing, or for whatever reason you just don't want to do that umbilical cord version, and perhaps you have already placed your energy into this cup. If not, then that's what we would want to do to start this version. We would place the energy that we realize is in our womb into our cup that's representing our womb. And we can even, when we're doing that, get a feel for how much, percentage wise, how much kind of stagnant energy am I carrying in here? How full am I? And you can get a sense, is that 10% or 5%, 100%? Right. And when you get that sense, then you can go and fill your cup with water representing that same amount so that you've done the transfer as we did in our first example, but you did it while the cup was empty. Now you won't go and fill it with water according to the percentage of what you feel is full. Now, what I do at this time is I stop again and I place my right hand on my womb and my left hand on the cup and just make sure that I feel that all that energy has passed into my cup. And then I take my cup out to my garden to a special plant that I have, and I intentionally give this energy back to Mother Earth for her to transmute in her womb. And then I give thanks. Now, if you've loved this video and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead, click that button below, and subscribe to my channel so you never miss out on another video. It's been my honor to share these womb healing rituals with you. I hope you enjoyed them. Bless.